My particular disease is really difficult to diagnose. I was at my cardiologist and he said, "Randy, I think you have amyloidosis."
It has many of the similar symptoms that all heart failure disease does. They start to get chest pain. They get leg swelling. They get short of breath when they lie down.
For my dad, it would break my heart to feel like he couldn't live his life to the fullest.
I got to pursue whatever I can to maximize life going forward. My life, I've been fortunate to have the passion that is ice hockey. From a young kid, I just absolutely fell in love with the game, and here at 70, I still have the same passion. Walk into a rink, and the rink is like my cathedral.
Growing up, I was pretty much in an ice rink every weekend. My sister played travel league, then I got into it. So for my whole life, the hockey rink was everything.
My dad is so well respected in the hockey community and always has been because he's such a great coach. He's so enthusiastic.
He's a celebrity to me in the hockey world. When I was younger, I thought he invented hockey.
Love seeing kids love playing the game and thrive by playing the game.
He really, truly wants kids to succeed, and that shows up not just in hockey, but it shows up in life and why he's such a great dad and grandfather.
However, with my recent changes in both health and lifestyle, at the moment, I don't have the balance or the strength of my legs, so it's been an adjustment and an area where I'm trying to figure out where do I go with still loving my hockey and being able to participate if I can't actually do it on the blades.
It's been really hard to see him go through all of this, but he really pushes through and has such a drive for life that I don't see in many people.
I go in the rink and then I'd forget about the woes of life every single time. My name is Randy, and I have ATTR-CM. In getting a diagnosis, I was extremely happy to finally have something concrete after about 3 years of guesswork.
So when we finally got the diagnosis of amyloidosis, I was relieved because I kept thinking it's cancer and I'm losing my dad in 3 months, something crazy. But I don't think I really understood what he had.
Fatigue and shortness of breath are the two kind of hallmark symptoms. But ATTR-CM, because it's a cardiac disease and because it causes heart failure, it has many of the similar symptoms that all heart failure disease does. So it may get an arrhythmia like atrial fibrillation. The heart goes fast and irregular, and patients feel terrible because the heart doesn't fill well, and because it's beating so fast, they start to get chest pain. They get leg swelling. They get short of breath when they lie down. They fill up with fluid, their belly gets bloated.
Then I started to lose weight like crazy. At one point I thought, I've got pancreatic cancer, this is terrible, and on it went, trying to figure out what it was. And then started to feel real tired. But you know, the situation with my particular disease is that it's really difficult to diagnose.
Often 12 months from the first cardiac symptom, let alone all the other symptoms. 3 cardiologists seen before the diagnosis is made, maybe 5 doctors seen before the diagnosis is made with amyloid. So it's not unusual, unfortunately. If you suspect it, it's pretty straightforward the pathway you should go. It's called bone scintigraphy because these agents also image bones, but we inject an isotope. We take pictures of the heart. And quite frankly, if the heart lights up, you have ATTR amyloid because nothing else lights up like that. You get the nuclear image with what's called SPECT imaging. Also do a genetic test by swabbing to rule out the hereditary form. We get a few other blood tests to what we call biomarkers.
I was at my regular heart cardiologist, and he looked at me and kind of bashfully said, well, you know, Randy, I think you have amyloidosis. But just, oh God, amyloidosis, never heard of it. But man, that's great. I'm thrilled that that's all it is. And I remember in saying that, looking at his face, and he was looking at me with this kind of puzzled look as if to say, how do I tell you that it's not a good thing? And he went on to say, well, you know, it's one of those things that it's a progressive disease. It doesn't have a cure. Up until 2019, it was basically there was nothing that you could do about it in terms of prolonging life. You probably had maybe a year, 2, 3 years to live, and that was going to be it.
This affects an older population. It's debilitating. These people I call orthopedic annuities because they end up with shoulder replacements and knee replacements and hip replacements. They have carpal tunnel, they have Popeye's biceps tendon rupture and things like that. They're in a lot of pain. So the quality of their life is impaired.
My biggest fear probably, you know, the thing that upsets me the most is not being able to be active. Being a burden for my family financially. That concerns me. I mean, you kind of wonder about those things as you kind of face the reality that you may not be getting better and you may only be getting worse. That's why I keep aggressively trying to find ways to allow myself to have some hope, to be functional and maybe get back doing things that at the moment they're telling me I won't be able to do.
Obviously, losing my dad has always been my greatest fear, but for my dad, I am just scared he's not going to feel like he can do what he wants to do with his life. He's so passionate and motivated, and that's what I love about him, so it would break my heart to feel like he couldn't live his life to the fullest.
So there's 2 types of treatment. One is just modifying the standard heart failure medicine. That's what I do first. The second part is really what we have now to modify the disease. One is what's called a silencer. The silencer prevents formation of this abnormal protein. And we have medicines called stabilizers that can strengthen these bonds. Doesn't cure the disease. We're not taking anything out of the heart. Now people say to me, what about after 5 years? Well, we don't have data to say 10 years on the medicines and your prognosis is such, we just don't have it.
The next stage is that they're really working hard on trials to try to come up with products that will not only slow down the process, but eliminate the proteins that cause the major issues in your heart and liver and can basically affect all your organs. try to get an early diagnosis if you can. If you can catch something earlier, the better.
He's so tough, he's so strong, he never gives up. And I think what's hard is a lot of it feels out of his hands. So I guess I don't even know some days how it's going because it's so up and down. But I know that he is really motivated to make himself strong for his family, for me, for everybody. I just want him to be happy.
How do we find to have purpose? To me, everything is purpose and goals. It's all about setting something and saying, like right now, because I couldn't skate yesterday, I want to be able to skate in a year. So how am I going to get there? And it isn't going to happen by waiting 3 or 4 months to go and see the doctor and say, well, let's wait another 2 months. I got to be aggressive myself, and I got to pursue whatever I can to figure out how do I maximize life going forward.